Rachel earlier this year as well. Ty Stewart Gordon Anderson. Terry's got a great record against Gary Anderson, and I'm told from behind the scenes that he's won the last 8 matches between them.
Yeah, one of the bogey players for Gary, but the way Gary's playing at the moment, he certainly won't fear anybody. He's in terrific form, certainly one of the top 4 in the inform guide, without any doubt. One of the favourites here this weekend.
Certainly exploded out of the blocks here, and 140, well, it can be done against the darts. Well, that puts a lot of pressure on this Jenkins throw now.
It's a big finish, but doable. Another one of those for double 12. Oh, not quite. Well, he's staying up there, didn't need to. 16 would have been the shot.
Tops then to take the opening leg against the darts. What a way to finish it.
Good start from Anderson.
He's a real rhythm player, isn't he, Alan? When he's in the zone, Gary Anderson just looks fabulous.
Well, this rattles off leg by leg, similar to Van Gerwen and Taylor when they're in the flow. Gary's certainly into that mould.
It's getting warm here.
Hotting up. We're in October. It doesn't feel like October. Remember last year, it was absolute sauna in here in the July.
Oh, terrific free from Jenkins. Had a 9-darter this year, Terry. Back in February. World Players Championship. And still here he is at the highest level.
It was a win that Terry needed. He hasn't had for a while. Played 10 to beat Stephen Bunton in the final in that one.
It was interesting watching them practicing earlier on, Alan. Gary Anderson, he's one of those players who really thrives off having people around him and getting into that sort of throwing shape. Terry Jenkins was away in a room on his own, away from the buzz, just concentrating on what he was doing. Oh, good response.
Well, standard already in this match. Anderson into the 116s. Can't afford to miss here, though.
This is a big dart. And converted wonderfully. Bit of pressure there. Jenkins was poised to hit back.
That third dart worth his weight in gold, because what it does, it denies your opponent a visit to the board to win the leg.
So Jenkins with the darts now, and Anderson already a break ahead. Remember the format of these first round matches, it's the first to 6 legs. Anderson looking to set up an all-Scottish second round match against Robert Thornton.
Well, it certainly would be a cracker. Let's go get over this hurdle first. We've seen both players averaging 100, so the standard who may be expected has already been reached. Can it be pinnacled? Jenkins needs to get a leg on the board, making his move.
One stage in that match last week, throwing darts like this, the averages were up around 115 before it finally came down to the closing stages.
Yeah, 2 players certainly in free flow. Don't mess about, get on with it. No, may go for the bull here. No, didn't need to. Anderson back on 260. Double 18 for a 132. Oh, Terry Jenkins. Well, he needed a leg on the board, and what a way to do it.
Well, they look for match highlights from these when they're doing the look-backs at various stages of the evening, and that is certainly one of them. Terry Jenkins, wonderful checkout.
309 in 6 darts there. 177, 132 out.
Superb from Anderson again.
Mucky darts from Terry there. What a good last one that was. Two just to the left. Good standard here. Both well into, truly into the groove. Anderson certainly is.
Oh, a bit unlucky, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Anderson's average, well, it's almost identical to that of Jenkins.
140.
Well over 100, sorry, Alan.
Anderson dealing the cards at the moment, isn't it? He's got the break. So it's Jenkins that needs to make the move.
Tops then for Anderson when he returns. Jenkins just trying to put on a little bit of pressure. If there's been an Achilles heel in Anderson's game over the last year or two, it's maybe been in the doubles. Here he goes though. Those are two good markers. Needs it and gets it. 3-1.
Good start from Anderson there to maintain his two-leg cushion.
Little break at the end of this leg. Psychologically so important that Jenkins holds the throw here. 4-1 looks so very different to 3-2.
Well, yeah, exactly. If Jenkins loses this leg, he'll feel he's got a mountain to climb. If he wins it, certainly back in it.
60.
He needs more than that. Not punished by Gary. So a chance for Jenkins to get a little bit nearer to that double. Unlucky with the last one, but still ahead.
Football fans, methinks.
134.
Something they do rather well in this country.
Needs to stay there, does Jenkins.
60.
Blocked the bed, but couldn't afford to leave the 20 segment.
If he gets a ton 40 here, Anderson's going to be sitting pretty comfortably. Can't do it now.
80.
He's not left to finish. Slip into the one. So Jenkins got a good chance here to get back into the match. Break after this leg.
100.
No finish then, of course, for Anderson. 60 when Jenkins returns. It's a good dart from Gary.
94.
Now, 60. This is surely a must-get.
A little bit higher than he needed it to be, but it didn't make any difference to Terry Jenkins. Hold on in there at 3-2, as Anderson was flying in the first 2 or 3 legs. So he's done well to get back in, but he's got to break the Anderson throw at some point. The way he's playing, it's going to be difficult, but he'll certainly give it a go. Atmosphere building in the arena. Friday night here in Mulheim.
There's been a bit of a feeling that with the way Anderson has been playing this year, though he's been...
Players, like I say, just needs to get that wind under his belt.
140.
6 titles this year. It's very difficult on the pro circuit now, as we said, John. It just shows you how well he is playing.
85. Gary with 121.
121 then to regain that cushion of 2 legs.
57.
Not this time, but he's a long way ahead.
Oh, unlucky there, Jenkins. He's working out in his head what he had to do to leave a finish.
95.
Kind of
Gary
put stoppers when he hit the
64.
treble 5 with the first dart.
64. 16 would leave him tops.
44.
Jenkins breathes again, but there's no check out for Jenkins. Anderson will come back needing a couple of 10s.
17 to leave tops, but Anderson on double 10 for 4-2 to keep the 2-leg advantage.
Great dart. Seems to be finishing better. Gained confidence visibly through that wonderful run that he had after a fairly sticky start in the Premier League, going through all the way to the semi-finals and only just losing out there to Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah, could have gone either way that match.
100. 100.
3 semi-finals in 3 majors.
Had his share of personal problems, Gary, things to deal with. Lost his dad and his brother. And now very much in a happier frame of mind.
100.
Looking to set up. Yeah, when a 25 would have left. 116. It's a good thinking from Jenkins. But hit the ball. So an easier out shot.
93.
Anderson hasn't left to finish, so Jenkins doesn't need to go for the ball route, so should go. Tops with the last dart.
Treble 17 was his first dart, Tops his last dart, and 4-3 the score. But Anderson still effectively in the same position, just looking to serve it out.
Well, it was the first 2 legs that did the damage. Taking the breaker throw. So apart from those 2 legs, there's not been a lot between these 2 players.
Average as good, reflecting a high standard. Jenkins averaging now over 103.
And rising.
With his third 180 of the night.
So the 177. Before he took that 132 out earlier.
100.
Good standard here. Jenkins almost 10 in front on the average and trailing.
This is a big leg now. He's got a bit of an opportunity, Terry. No finish for Anderson, 181. All he can do is make it a must check out for Terry Jenkins. Good darts.
Not a bad one either. Leaving himself 50. Jenkins 16 for Tops. Needs this. Tops to level. Oh, Terry Jenkins hits the double top. 116 finish. We're back to 4-4.
He had the 132 earlier on, now the 116. Great finishing from Jenkins. They had a classic last weekend, and this is going to be a real close scrap right the way down.
Yeah, fantastic level. First game of the night, Peter Wright, Benita van der Pas was a cracker last leg decider. Stephen Bunting in that last game. 102 average.
Bunting's made this switch really well, hasn't he?
Well, I think it was at the right time. That's the old punchline. Timing.
Anderson just looking a little bit as though he's a man under pressure.
He's got 2-0, 3-1 and 4-2.
100.
Jenkins all of a sudden is in the driving seat. Just shows you how quickly the match can change. Gary's got to think is, can I switch it back in my favour?
He's got to have a break, hasn't he, Anderson, as well? Jenkins with the darts. Single one's a handy dart and he gets it.
Tops for Jenkins. I've had a few of those today.
So Terry to go ahead in the match for the first time. 10s now. This is a big one, but he's got time on his side. Anderson still away. Jenkins will have a no pressure return to get that 10. That's double 5.
So you require 10.
Not the easiest double on the board. Look, Jenkins made it look easy. Leads for the first time in the match and puts him 1 leg away.
93.
Anderson would have been the gambling favourite to have won this match.
Yeah, understandably with the form.
45.
But Terry Jenkins, so much experience, hasn't he? As he said, 8 major finals, not 1-1. Just happens sometimes in sport.
59.
He gets fed up with that line of questioning, doesn't he? But tell you what, you can take a lot of pride from the fact that you've got to 8 major finals, can't you?
Absolutely. And that's why darts like that from Jenkins. It's not just got him back in this match, give him a chance of winning it.
60.
Anderson's tightened up. Jenkins has effectively taken the darts. Oh my word, he didn't want that.
27.
Maximum followed by 27. Chalk and cheese, is this it? Anderson looks like he's going to fill this one in. And he obliges.
If ever at 180 was well timed, that was. Can Jenkins respond? No. Well, that was a decent switch to treble 18, but now the onus is back with Anderson, although Jenkins is on a finish.
Double 16.
77.
Now then.
So you require 170.
Well, this would be some way to win the match. 170 required.
He's had a couple of good finishes already. The 132, 116, missed a 114 in the early part of the match.
Anderson to stay in the match, needs double 8. And it is going all the way now to the final leg. 5-5, Anderson and Jenkins locked together.
Yeah, maybe deserves to go to the last leg. Both players put a lot of effort into this match.
Nice to see the handshake as well before that fight, this final deciding leg.
Well, a lot of respect between the two players, that's what it's down to. Anderson could jump straight in here, and jumping in he is. Jenkins starts with 45. Anderson replies with the max.
His fourth 180 of the match. Jenkins now battling back. Brilliant!
Back to back again. Seen it so many times today. It was a fantastic reply by Terry Jenkins.
Jenkins now back with the advantage. How he needs a treble here, though.
60.
You can see by the expression. The miss leaves the door open for Anderson. Two trebles again. He's coming downstairs for the 19s.
149.
Unlucky. It's the treble 3. Well, I can't see him going for 3 bulls against the bull.
He's got time. Oh, that's a big miss from Terry.
Gary, you require 150.
No finish for Jenkins. 6 darts from 150.
Well, he stayed there. Didn't quite hit the
110.
second treble. A few in the crowd thought he was in. But he leaves himself tops. But Jenkins has applied the pressure. Tops apiece. Anderson to throw first.
For the match. That's not a bad marker. Oh, 10. This is a huge dart. And he's blown it.
35.
The first dart was such a good marker. Double 10. One more. Oh, last dart in. Well, Anderson had the first chance, but it was Terry Jenkins who eventually ends this match with double 10. He beats Gary Anderson by 6 legs to 5. Coming up next, James Wade and Ronnie Hyatt.